What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. How is everybody doing? What's going on, Jax? How are we today? We're just sitting over here doing some flipping and figured we'd go live. Oh. What's going on, Stitch? How are we doing? Weekend is coming to a close. We're about to have to start getting ready for next week. What's going on, IDK? Not a whole lot. Just I was sitting here doing some flipping, talking to the Discord about how I was thinking I might go live while doing some practicing, but I didn't have anything that I had to talk about. So if I did, I was going to need some chat engagement. And they said, hey, even if it's a short one, go ahead and go live. So I said, all right, give me a minute. So that's what we're doing. We're just getting some flipping in and seeing what you guys have to say and seeing what comes out of a little flip session today. I've been trying to do a whole lot of intentional practice keeping my elbow on the armrest of my chair so that I'm doing things right. Can you flip the stitch? Yeah, absolutely. Out of curiosity, with the way that I have my mic set up right now, can you guys hear the flipping better with the way that I have my settings right now? I did a little tweaking because I felt like the Bali sound could come over a little bit more audible when rewatching stuff. Let me know if you guys can hear this better. What's going on, LeBreton? Nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, so I like flipping the stitch. I can't flip it as quickly and as confidently as I can the other ones because it's so slim in the hands. But when I do my slow, intentional kind of practice flipping, where I'm trying to learn the feel of the balisong, I seem to be able to kind of flow with it pretty well. I mean, well enough that I can enjoy flipping it. It isn't something that I necessarily, get excited about flipping, but I do thoroughly enjoy a intentional practice session flipping the stitch. That's for sure. And now that my office window is closed and the humidity has left the office, I can get some time in with my Mako and the cheese Pete's and the Teflon Vulp and the cheese. Though admittedly I haven't, ring of shame, I haven't pulled out the cheese or the Vulp yet, but I have pulled the Mako back out and was playing with it this morning. It was very enjoyable. Gil has been warming up to me of late, which I appreciate. I have decided that I need to work on ladders. I have to spend some time learning, or not ladders, the twirl. I have to spend some more time doing the twirl and learn the extended twirl, because when I do the twirl, I only do the twirl as part of a specific combo that I run through, or a piece of a stream of moves that I regularly put together. And when I throw in the twirl, I literally do one twirl into an aerial and then out of, that part of the combination. And because of that, I haven't gained any finger strength or dexterity in sufficient twirl practice. So I think I need to take some time, learn the extended twirl, because that will keep me in the twirl state a little bit longer, and I think that would be good for my my learning. So that's one of the changes that my recent sessions have led me down the path of how do I want to flip? How do I, because, we kind of talk about, how do people figure out their style? Is it something that they choose themselves? Is it something that, just happens naturally? And then, after watching so many of their clips, they're like, oh, apparently this is my style. And I'm not trying to tailor my style in any way, but I'm trying to make sure that the things that interest me in flipping are the things that I'm trying to learn how to get better at first. I am impatient. I want my kite AL. I would be impatient too, and I would also want to have that in hand immediately. LeBreton, I feel that it was such a long wait for the final day, waiting to get for mine. Ladders are pretty fun. I was thinking about maybe, oops, ring of shame. I was thinking about maybe starting to try learning some ladders so I can get that in my repertoire. But I really want to kind of extend my twirl first before I start adding a whole nother branch of tricks. The way that I've seen for finding your style, you kind of got to learn tricks and the style comes to you, but it will change pretty often, but the core of it won't change all too much. Fair. Yeah, and I can already tell you that at the moment in my current pattern, I am definitely heading in a direction where my style is very rollover based. And I'm not trying to intentionally change that, but I know that that's kind of a common style. I mean, a common thing that you see in people's style is a lot of rollover stuff. And I'm trying to figure out how I can, and the reason that I do the rollovers is because it helps me extend my single flip. So I may be working on a specific combo that has a beginning and an end, but I may also be at a point where I just want to not idly flip, but I want to flip as much as I can. I don't want to stop. I just want to go from trick to trick to trick. And the best way that I know how to do that right now is with rollovers. I think that another thing that is going to be able to help me hold on to the flow of a string of tricks is going to be extending that twirl and being able to throw that in to change the direction of a flip session. But once I get there, I definitely want to pick up ladders. Oops. But yeah, that's about my style. I'm trying to change it a little, but I can't find tricks for it. So, yo, I almost missed stream. No worries, Ego. No worries. Not an issue. So, yeah. Shoot, I just forgot what I was just about to say. Yeah, Gil and I, though, Gil has warmed up to me. He has not been difficult to flip at all. It is still very unique in comparison to my other Balis, so I have to think about it a little bit more, but I can definitely enjoy my flip sessions with it. One thing that I have been, and we were talking about it in stream last night, one thing that I've been really enjoying of late has been fans. And the fact that I don't know how to get into, I haven't figured out a consistent way for me to get into fans mid-trick. So I'm starting to, though I do, I mean, I haven't found a repeatable way that I want to do it yet. So I have been, starting some of my random flip sessions off with a fan and then going into other stuff and trying to make sure that I'm incorporating more fans into my flipping by way of this is how I'm going to start a session. But yeah, the extended twirl is such a fantastic staple trick. I still practice it on both sides. Wait, on both sides, blade facing me and away. Okay, got it. You could go into a palm fan from a reverse thumb rollover. Ooh, I will make note of that. So I'm not going to try to learn how to do that right now. But one thing that I always do after stream eventually is I go back and I watch the stream. And if there's any tips or tricks or recommendations out of the stream, or anything that I miss out of chat, I take note of it. And I will take note of that because I do want to identify good ways to get into a solid palm fan mid-trick or mid-flip. Because I really, really enjoy palm fanning. And that'll make pulling out the stitch much more enjoyable. Yeah, so thank you for bringing that one to my attention. That sounds like something, in hearing it, sounds like something that I can already pretty well work out, how to accomplish, and just need to, figure it out and start practicing it. So I will do that. What's going on, 3? Welcome. No worries on being late. I have been late to my last 2 streams, so I can forgive a little tardiness to this one. Do you like blade bias? Wait, do you like blade bias libretton? Okay. I like handle bias most of the time, but the knife but the knife I was talking about is handle bias. I can't fan, LOL. Yeah, it's kind of like with the glider. I love flipping it, but it's so handle biased. I can't do any fanning with it. My Bowie Kraken is handle biased, but you can fan with that though. And Matthew is finally here. Welcome, Matthew. Hi, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Bali Unc, do you like handle bias or blade bias? So see, that's the interesting thing, and that's what is such a blessing about having the package from Ethan, and why I'm so grateful that he had sent it to me, is because he's given me such a range of Balis beyond my own to play around with, to kind of figure out where my preferences lie. And right now, I would say my preferences, I can't tell you. I would have to look it up and tell you what people say this particular balisong is by way of handle bias, neutral, or blade bias, because I don't know. But the one that I enjoy the feel in the hand and the balance of at the moment the most is still my Orion S, because as I flip it, the only Bali that I think I can get into a fan, well, I'm not gonna I'm not going to go there yet because that would be fan specific. But this one does everything that I like for it to do at the speed that I need for it to be able to go at. So I can like slow down the fans. Like the Kraken, for example, I can get into a fan with the Kraken without any issues. I say that and then I screw up a fan. So I can totally fan with the Kraken, but I have to kind of, I don't want to say be forceful with it because that implies I really have to push it with the Kraken, and I don't. It's a natural fan for me. But I do have to start that momentum out, and I can feel the effort that I put into it. Whereas with the Stitch, when I go into the fan, there is no effort. I mean, it wants to fan, and I just let it. I'm controlling the speed of it, and I'm controlling where it starts and where it stops. But once the fan starts, it does the fan all on its own. It's very natural for it. But not talking about fans, just overall flipping, my current preference is the Orion S. The way it rollovers and holds on, the way it chaplains and holds on, the way it fans, does it smoothly, the way that I can grip the handle when I'm doing the Z choker to get, even though right now I'm not getting it, can do that and get a proper Z choker. It just, everything that I need for it to do, it does. If I want to fast flip, if I want to slow flip, if I want to intentionally flip, if I want to, I mean, whatever type of flipping I want to do, this hits all the marks, and it's because of the balance of this. So you guys tell me, or I can look it up, if the Orion S is known to be a neutral balisong, a blade bias balisong, whichever it is, that's my preference, I would say. What's going on, Silas? Welcome to the show. Happy Sunday. LDY better drop Orions soon. Yeah, and so far the only thing that they have that I've seen on the Orions are the trainer blades. I thought that they would have some live blade options for the Orion, but I haven't seen any yet. What's going on, Youngblood? Excuse me. Happy Sunday. Yeah. Also, I wish that LDY would drop some more of the Kite AL options, because I've really been having my eye on the Kite AL. If I could get my hands on a Kite AL V1.5 in pink, or with pink handles, and a reverse Tonto blade, that would be absolutely sick. That's the Bali that I would want to flip right now, coming out of LDY more than anything else. Would be that setup on, okay, hold on, I'm on top chat. I didn't mean to ignore anybody. I am so sorry. I didn't realize that. Now I gotta scroll through and see if, yeah, apparently when I'm on top chat, and I'm not, other times that we've had this issue 3, I have not been on top chat, but this time I was, and it seems like only yours are ones that get ignored. Okay, so now I'm seeing everything. Let me take a look. So you got ignored again. What did you say before that? Before that was, or certain rep configs. Oh, okay. Except CC. I've actually decided blade bias is no. And there's basically no blade bias. It's more of a neutral. And then 3, all I saw from 3, all I saw from you was or certain rep configs. So let me know. Hey, what's going on, Doc? welcome to the show. Your name seems familiar, or it seems new, unfamiliar to me. So if you want to kind of a breakdown of what I do here, I flip ballad songs. I talk to chat. Kind of just put a positive space out there for the people in the ballad song community that want someplace to chill out. So welcome to the show. LeBreton says live blades are the best. Silas, be lucky you guys get to flip live blades. Way before that, so way before that, I saw Sorry I'm Late. And then or certain rep configs. So tell me what you want to know about rep configs or something else, and I will happily let you know my thoughts. But I don't know what I missed. I'm sorry. Let's see. Does anyone have a Sirius V 4.5 and has an opinion on how it compares to the Orion 1.5? I haven't flipped the Sirius, so I can't tell you. I've just learned how much I enjoy the Orion 1.5. So I'm just now starting to give it, put it through its paces and really start enjoying it. Oh yeah, you can't, Silas, because you're in Canada. Okay. I have seen many of your streams already, but always in relive as I'm in Germany. Okay, gotcha. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you're able to make it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for joining the chat. Yeah, very cool. Why can't, oh, okay, yep. Live blades are super fun. I enjoy flipping them, though I do tend to, because a lot of my flipping right now is learning stuff. I don't really go into aggressive flipping with the live blades right now. Wow, YouTube just really hates me. I said Ari from Ethan's server is, or has a nice, easy way to get into a palm fan. Okay. I will look that up. I will see if I can find reference of that on the Flippy Boy server sometime coming up here, because yeah, like I said, I'm definitely looking for ways to get into the palm fans. It's super fun. Okay. So live blades are super fun. I agree. Let's see. Oh, never mind. My question was already answered. Okay, cool. Okay. Wait. Who won the way? Who won the way, Youngblood? Who won the war, Youngblood? Okay. Anyway, back to flipping. Let's see. I haven't been flipping the cheese, and now I can't flip the refault. Wait, you haven't been flipping the cheese, and now you can't flip the refault? Why can't you flip the refault? And why haven't you been flipping the cheese? What's going on, David? Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. Yes, I got the Christmas edition 1.5. I was very happy about it. It was the number one thing that I was looking forward to this Christmas, because it was the present that I knew that I was going to be getting. So now I have a seasonal Bali that I can carry around with me in the house come the holiday seasons to open Amazon packages and do various odd jobs that might come up. They don't come up very often, but it can be my, throughout the house flipper come holiday season. So yeah, definitely like it. But it was a new find in my collection. I didn't realize how good it was. So I just viewed it as okay, this is something that I'm going to pull out during the holidays. And when it isn't the holiday season, it's going to idly be sitting in its place in my balisong stand. And it wasn't until a couple weeks ago that I realized, no, this is a really good balisong and I should flip it. So I'm now starting to realize just how good the Orion V1.5 is. Man, I love this, the 3D printed scales on the rep. It gives it a really good weight balance, but there's so much edge all over because it has some divots cut out in it. Let's see if we can get those visible. So it has some cutouts, not all the way through, but they're definitely in there and they catch your finger. And because of that, there are times that it can be really helpful when I'm trying to do the Z choker, but there are other times where it's almost too grippy and it gets in the way. And today's flipping session is one of those times where, while I love the balance of this thing, because again, I got it to a point where it can roll over or fan so smoothly, but it's a little too grippy for me right now. Ego says, have you seen the spacers mod somebody made recently, 35, and they sound so good? Spacers for what? I think I'll post in the Discord if you want. Please do. Yeah, let me know what it is that the spacers are for. Probably the refault, if I had to guess, but could be anything. Did Ethan send you his Serif? No, he did not. Nope. The high-end Bali that Ethan ended up sending me was the bandage stitch, which I have very much been enjoying playing with because I really enjoy fanning, and this thing just wants to fan. It's very enjoyable to flip. It's just different because it's lighter than my brain tells me that it should be. And it, in the hand at least, it feels thinner for a balisong than I'm used to. So my brain tells me proportionally, if it's thinner, it should be shorter. And obviously it's not. So it flips lengthwise, like any other Bali should, but my brain tells me lengthwise it should be a little bit shorter, so it actually feels long to flip. It's very interesting, but it doesn't make for a bad experience. It just makes for it has to be an intentional flip. I can't mindlessly flip this thing very well. Bali Unc, what's your opinion on clones? So my opinion, I mean, I don't really, their existence doesn't have any effect on me at all. So I don't really care about clones one way or the other. I personally am not at a point where, in order to have a balisong to flip, I have to, a quality balisong to flip, I have to look at clones as my only option. I'm in a position where if I need a balisong to flip, then I can look at LDY and see what they're putting out. I can look at Nibalis, see what they're putting out. I have options, and I can choose something to flip. There are a lot of people out there that don't have those options. There are a lot of people out there that have to flip, a CCC off of Amazon. And if they want to get something better, they have to look at those clone companies and what they're putting out. And I don't disparage anybody who has to do that. I totally understand it. People in the balisong hobby who are in it because they're passionate about flipping, they want to flip something good because that's going to get them to the point where they, feel proficient at the art of flipping. And if clones are your way to do that, then I'm supportive of it. So again, it's kind of like I've said before. My thing is I I don't care what you're flipping, and I don't care what tricks you're doing. I mean, I love balisongs, and I love watching people's flow art with them. But what I care about is the actual flipper, the person who is doing the flipping. So long as you're flipping and you're enjoying it, and you have a good atmosphere in which you can exercise your craft, that's what I care about. So it isn't a, does Bali Unc support clones? I'm not in a position where I need to buy them, but if somebody has a clone, I'm not going to poo-poo on it, because I can understand it and I can appreciate why someone may feel the need to get a clone in order to have a collection that they feel is flippable, or meets their quality standards. Let's see. For the rep, my bad. Oh, spacers for the rep. Okay, yeah, go ahead and drop that in the Discord if you want. I'll take a look at them. If I hear spacers, I auto go out to the rep. LOL. There's so many custom spacers for the rep. Gotcha. I haven't. I know that there are so many ways that you can customize the rep. I haven't ever felt. Oh man. I have never felt the need to really go down that path yet, because I started with a rep clone that I got off of Pez, and I was happy with its configuration. And then once I found that I could get some rep scales and spacers for, or that you could print on a 3D printer, and I had glow-in-the-dark filament, I had to try that to see if I could get a really neat clip. And once I put them on, I absolutely loved what it did to the weight distribution and the balance of the entire balisong. So I left them on, and I haven't looked back. So I haven't really had need to look into the various ways that I could further mod the thing. Though if I could find a way to get some pink glow-in-the-dark filament and redo this in a pink, I guess that would be a way to improve upon it. Bye, Silas. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So has my opinion of the Vulp Pro changed? So currently where I'm at with the Vulp Pro, I mean, it's a totally flippable balisong. I don't discount it or speak ill of it for any reason whatsoever. The only thing that I really have to say, as far as, I can't call it a criticism. I can't call it constructive criticism or even feedback. It's just from a tactile feel in the hand perspective, when I'm comparing the other stuff that Ethan sent, this just doesn't feel like it was made with as premium a material as everything else. This feels like it's just less. It feels more like it's kind of like a plasticky feel in the hand, and that isn't talking bad about it. It's still a quality balisong. It still flips really well. It's got a great balance. It's kind of like the I don't want to say it's kind of like the Kraken, but it's in that it can do everything that I need for it to do, and it has the Vulp vibe that it's really grippy where I need it to be. If I were to be working on ladders and stuff, it has great chamfering, jimping, so I have the grip there. It is we all know that I love the bite indicator bottle opener on the Vulp. So from like a training balisong, first into the hobby, or first balisong, getting into the hobby, or something like that, or not. I'm just looking for a flipper that feels different in the hand. I think the Vulp Pro is a solid choice. It isn't anything that I'm going to, feel the need to add to my collection. But I don't have an ill word to say about it. It's a great Bali to flip and play around with, and I'm glad Ethan sent it. So those are my hot takes on Develop Pro. It definitely isn't that it's a bad Bali. It's just of my preferences. I put it lower on the list of where I like. Let's see. Man, I kept getting into tangents there. So Bali Unc blankets talk now. Okay, I won't forget about blankets. I unfortunately bought a clone, but it's not so bad. Again, I mean, Bally's are Bally's. Like I have finally figured out, while this isn't a clone, the Ballad song that my wife had bought me, I had, mentioned that it was made by, some company, but I can see very clearly that it, is one of those just generically made ballad songs that, any number of companies put their name on. But really what it boils down to at the end of the day is, exactly what I had said when I was expecting or waiting for it to come. I had checked the specs, aluminum handles, 440C blade, running on bushings. It ticks all the boxes. I mean, it does all of the things that you would expect a bare minimum for, an entry level ballad song to do. And that's what it is. It's an entry level ballad song that totally flips. Like, if this was the only thing that I had that I could flip, I'd do it. And I would have no issues with it. I would learn, I would progress, and I would become very, very good at flipping this, and would be able to then transition anything else. You can say the same for a clone. So again, I don't have any disdain for clones whatsoever. The companies, the clone makers themselves, I do have issue with companies that put another brand on their output, and as though that they were the original creator of that. That I don't support at all. I don't think that's cool. Let's see. How are the tolerances on the Titus cracking holding so far, Stitch? Some of the best flippers with super bad tolerances, and on some cheap bellies. Yeah, I mean, again, so long as the ballad song flips, I mean, you can have broken Zen pins. I mean, I've seen people flip crazy janky stuff, and it doesn't matter. And if you're feeling the vibe, I mean, just flip. Who cares? So I was on a stream the other day, listening to a stream the other day, where somebody was kind of talking down about a ballad song that somebody was planning to order, and I think they were doing it with the best of intentions, telling them, hey, well, if you really want something quality, you might want to go this route instead. But the way that it was being presented was along the lines of, don't get that. That's crap. You're not going to want to flip that. Well, if that was already ordered and it's already on their way to them, they're going to potentially feel embarrassed flipping it, posting any clips on it, and that might actually keep somebody from being, really connected with the ballad song hobby, because they may go into the experience kind of feeling like they're already a black sheep. So, my stance on it is, I'll never poo-poo a ballad song, though some makers that take other people's designs and put them out as their own, those I don't appreciate. But the flippers themselves, I love everybody. I will always appreciate the flipper. Let's see. Okay, Silas, bye, I need to eat. I think we said bye to Silas already. Oh, have to go food time, said Matthew. Matthew, I don't think I said bye to you, so bye. Hey, Unc, later tonight after stream, I'll start my own stream. If you could tune in and watch, it would be very nice of you. Absolutely, David. I will do that if I can. Let's see. LeBreton says, I low-key hate it, but everyone has different opinions. Low-key hate what, LeBreton? I think I missed something. I feel like Nibalis, or I feel like it feels like a Nibalis ballad song to me. What does? I think I missed something. Anyway, let's, I know I'm super behind. Let's get stuff. How do you feel about the Squid Trainer? Squid Trainer, very heavy, very dense. I understand now the more that I'm paying attention while I'm doing my exploratory flipping. I'm very much understanding why this is a neutral ballad song and why it's doing what it's doing in my hands while I'm flipping it. It is, for me, it's a very hard ballad song to control without extensive thought and effort. So that it makes it a less fun ballad song for me to flip, but definitely one that I still enjoy flipping when I do, because it gives me a very different experience that I don't get from any other ballad song. And again, I absolutely love the sound of it. Yeah, I wouldn't say that my opinions of it have changed at all. I still like it. It's still interesting. It's probably not one right now that I would be in any rush to replenish in my collection after I send this back to Ethan. Not having it, I'm not going to feel like I've lost something. Excuse me, but I enjoy flipping it. It's very, very cool. Okay, 3 said, oh, no, where was it? Both really basic, but it looks good. Oh, the trainer. All right, was thinking of getting one, but I got the Teflon Vulp instead. The ring is so good. Right, I mean, if it's between the Teflon Vulp and the Vulp Pro, I will take the Teflon Vulp every day of the week. I like, this is my preferred feel in the hand. This feels like it is made with higher quality materials probably because of that ring. It's probably a in my head thing, but for whatever reason, it just, that was so slop. For whatever reason, it just feels like it's a higher quality ballad song for me than the Vulp Pro. But again, it's no down talking of the Vulp Pro, just hyping, glazing the Teflon Vulp. That's what I'm doing. I hate the fact that the clone I got has the stupid squid logo. I don't like the fact that my rep has the BRS logo on it. That really bothers me. So I understand. Do you think it'll be, do you think it will be funny if I bought a Thai Kraken handle set and get Vulp 360 converters to, no, a Thai 360? That, I mean, would it be funny? Yeah. I mean, if you want to do it, do it. I mean, maybe you really like the Vulp 360. And if you do, I mean, that would be sick if you could make it work. But if I had a Thai Kraken, I would keep it a Thai Kraken myself. The way I see it is, I don't care what Bali you flip. If you flip, that's all that matters. That's right. That's what I'm saying. I agree. Flipping is the best random thing I picked up ever. Agreed, 100%. But also some makers are just jerks. So getting a clone is better, so you don't support them. I mean, I can understand that perspective. That's a solid argument to be made. I can get behind that. Very fair. Well thought through. 3. Can I join? Can you join what? Matthew Bad Modding. Volt Pro, it's too blocky. I gave it away. Very 3. Yes, very 3. That was right on the money. I don't know what that is, 3. I just need to sell mine or trade it. Do you flip up? Wait, do you trade up challenge or do a trade up challenge with it or something? How do you feel about the CUDA? So, as far as the Barracuda, I enjoy it. I have decided that in no way, shape, or form, had I ever, for example, I can say with certainty, had I ever decided to trade Gil for a Barracuda V2 with the expectation that it was going to be the Bali that I was looking for, doing so would have been a mistake and I would have been severely disappointed. I enjoy flipping it. It flips well. It's something that I have to be very thoughtful of how I'm flipping in order for me to flip it. Because if I try to just go ham on the thing, I can do nothing with it. I have to be very thoughtful with my flipping when I'm flipping the Barracuda V2. And sometimes I don't want to be that intentional with my flipping. Sometimes I do want to go ham on it, and I just want to have fun. But yeah, it isn't something that once I send it back, I'm going to feel I'm missing anything, not having it around to flip. So it's not something that I'm going to be spending my money on, trying to replenish in my collection once I don't have it to flip anymore. But I'm really glad that I've had the experience. I understand why people like it. I understand why it's fun for people to flip. Yeah, so, and maybe when I get more comfortable with the, I don't know if this is neutral and that's why it feels so different for me, or if it's just, what it is about the weight distribution or whatever. Maybe once I become more proficient with my flipping and I get more into the unconventional stuff, this might, fit the bill for that style of flipping. Who knows? But I'm definitely not looking to get the Barracuda V2, as something that I need to add to my collection. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with the BB Barfly at the moment. If you flip the squid trainer and just the squid trainer, it's really goated. Like after you get used to it, it flips really good, but it's definitely different. I can understand that, and I totally get that if you only have one thing to flip, so long as you can flip something, you're going to be able to learn on it. And if you only have one thing to flip, that is going to be, what your flipping preference defaults to, as far as, what direction you want to go with, like your flippers and tricks that you're going to be performing and Balis you're going to be choosing. Let's see, Jax, trade me your CUDA, LOL. But yeah, if the only thing that you flip is this, it's going to end up being, you're going to grow with that. It's going to match your style. You're going to be able to flip it. Just like, maybe the reason why the Orion S is my preferred balance and stuff is because this was, as far as, moving into that like second tier, not like right entry level into the like a refault kind of ballad song, but my foray into like a a nicer ballad song or a I don't know what you would call it, more competitive flipper. This was gotten pretty earlier in there. So I've been flipping this longer than most of my other ballad songs, and because of that, maybe I've become much more accustomed to its weight distribution, and maybe that's where I kind of came up with that preference. Who knows? Vault Pro really looking like a toy. I mean, in comparison to the others, it kind of does. And that's fine. Look at the message I sent before, the both really basic message. Wait, hold on. First, Vault Pro really looks like a toy. When I had my Vault Pro, I had someone ask me if it was metal. Scott, you're a lucky man. Yes, I am. Let's see. The Bali Unc blankets talk now. Is that what you're getting to, 3? Just want to make sure. I don't want to make any assumptions and go down the wrong path and not answer your question. I want to make sure that you're tuned in and I'm tuned in and we're in this together. Actually YouTube has a vendetta against me, Sob. Where are my messages going? Oh my goodness, 3. This is ridiculous. Go ahead and try. I am patient. I'm not going anywhere. We'll give you a minute to get it worked out in how to get your question conveyed in the chat so Unc sees it. Let's see. Any requests on what I'm flipping? I mean, I have everything lined up. I can flip whatever you guys want me to flip, or I can go with whatever I am shooting for. Also, let me know. I did do some adjustments to the microphone setup before I kicked off the stream to see if I could get the microphones to pick up the Bali sounds a little bit better. So when I'm in my flipping session and I'm not doing a whole lot of talking, you guys at least get the clickety clack a whole lot better. Do I have a Vega or a kite? I forgot. I have a kite. I don't have the Vega. I have the Kite AL is the one that I have. Scott, have you seen the figure 8 close? Might be a trick you want to learn. I'll take note of that. Figure 8 close. Okay. Because I like the... can I flip the kite? Yes, I will. Right now I have the kite on glow-in-the-dark scales. So its weight difference or weight distribution is a little different from what I'm used to. I'm used to it being, and it still is handle bias, but I'm used to it being exceptionally handle bias, and it's far less handle bias right now. It fans really, really, really well. So I enjoy flipping the Kite AL at the moment. Excuse me. Oops. But a lot of the momentum was eked out of the handles when I went to the glow-in-the-dark filament because PLA is much lighter of a material than the G10 that comes with the scale or on the scales by default. So it is far less handle bias than than it would be otherwise, but is still a dream to flip. I'm assuming that my message still didn't load, so just check your DMs. Okay, I can do that. I do the figure 8 close into the kiss goodbye. Looks good and it's fun. Don't know the kiss goodbye yet, but I will definitely look into the figure 8 close because I do the figure 8 so often. It would be nice to have a new area in my kind of flow to have as an option to end or to get out of a string of combos. Because currently I only have a couple that I use to get into or to end my string of combos. That sounds dank, LeBreton. I don't know if I ever learned the kiss goodbye. I remember Matthew Brotherton having a tutorial for it though. Okay. It's not something, the kiss goodbye is not something that I'm going to be looking into yet. I am currently trying to focus on what I can do to keep myself in the flipping state, and for a while that has been rollover based stuff that I have been keeping it in. But at this point I am going to be putting much more attention into working on my twirl and learning the extended twirl. So if the kiss goodbye is a goofy reverse twirl, maybe I will end up picking that one up here pretty soon, because I do want to add twirls into my repertoire of in the bag options. So who knows? We'll see. But right now it's very much the twirl and extended. I haven't learned the extended twirl yet, but that's what I'm going to be working on next. So it's pretty much an extended twirl end. Okay, good. So that'll give me another ending too. I'm digging it. I'm learning stuff in chat today. This is pretty awesome. Okay, what is this blanket talk? Yeah, so I was going to be ending a stream a while back, and I said, unless you guys give me something more to talk about, I've kind of run out of things to say. We've been streaming for like 3 hours. We're gonna wrap up shop because, I've kind of, the tank is empty. I got nothing to talk about. And 3 says, talk about blankets. And I said something along the lines of, well, what about blankets? Do you want me to talk about this or this or this? And then answered that question, and I rebutted with another, okay, but what about this or this? Like, be more specific, because blankets in general is kind of like, I couldn't fathom me doing a deep dive on blankets. But the other night, so that's just kind of been a running joke between 3 and I, is when I'm going to end stream or when things are getting quiet, and I'm like, so what do you guys want me to talk about? 3 will toss out blankets, and I will, jokingly, kick that idea to the side and say, no, we're not talking about blankets. But the other day I was thinking about it when I was writing up my talking notes for yesterday's stream, where I went over, no, that would have been painful. When I was working on writing my talking notes for yesterday's stream, where the topic was, I love you, and how I say I love you at the end of every stream. And why I do that, and kind of like, the people in the the people that I'm trying to make sure get something out of, the community that I'm trying to build here. What I try to do for them, and like I said, why I end the streams with "I love you." But while I was writing through those comments or those talking notes, I was talking about the whole, sometimes you don't feel valued by the people around you, or don't feel like it matters whether you're there or not. Sometimes you don't feel seen. Sometimes you don't feel like people are taking you seriously. And I was thinking about that, and I thought to myself, maybe there would be and this isn't saying that the situation, this was the situation with you. But again, I get into my analytical mind and I just start breaking down, hypothetical situations and saying, okay, well, how would I handle that situation, if I was put in that position? And, the situation that I kind of thought about was, okay, well, what would happen, what if, you have somebody who doesn't have anybody to talk to, is feeling very lonely, happens to be on this stream, is feeling like the streamer is connecting with them, is actively engaged, they're getting a good social experience out of the stream, and they and I'm saying, okay, hey, I'm gonna end things because nobody's really talking, and they don't necessarily have something that they want to talk about, but they don't want that to end the stream. What would they say? What would I do? How would I respond if they came back and said blankets? Like, just as a panic response of talk about blankets, just please don't leave. I don't want to be alone. How would I handle that type of situation? And I thought about it, and I was like, it would be good of me, so long as it wasn't like a situation where it's like, okay, I am in fact trying to wrap up a 3-hour stream. But if it's like, I'm not quite done flipping yet, I just don't want to be having a 2-hour long silent stream where all I'm doing is flipping and all you guys are doing is listening to the clickety clack of the ballad song. But if I'm feeling like I do still want to stream, and I do have somebody who is like, hey, I don't have anything to talk about, but I don't want you to end the stream. Can you just pick a random topic and talk about it? And they throw out something like blankets. I should see if I can get myself comfortable talking about, my on the fly random opinions and thoughts about random stuff that the chat brings up, because maybe the chat needs that sometimes. So that's basically that thought process is what led me to okay, if we want to talk about blankets, we'll talk about blankets, because basically, if somebody in chat wants or needs me to talk about something, I'll talk about it. Whether it's just to make sure that I keep talking, or if it's to, answer a question or help them out in some way. What's going on, AMA? Welcome to the show. I'm planning to do a tutorial on all of the twirling I do. Just trying to actually have it come out good, LOL. Very cool. I look forward to seeing that, LeBreton, because you are, is it going to be like a long form video tutorial, or is it just going to be kind of a short sort of thing? I ask because I have said a number of times now, are a really, really, really good teacher, by way of like, if you're looking to learn how to do a ballad song trick, the way that you explain how to do the trick, the way that you can walk somebody through a trick with words is really impressive. And it's a really rare talent to have, as far as I'm aware, from the conversations that I've had with numerous people. And I'm not the only one who said that you're a really great teacher. So I look forward to seeing any tutorials that you have out there. Welcome back, Silas. Welcome back. AMA says, sorry I missed the stream last night. I got a job and had to work from 4 to 9, Wednesday through Sunday. No worries at all. It was a pretty good stream. We were talking about let's grab the Kraken. It was a not a low-key. It was a very chill Saturday stream with the focus on I love you. And, kind of why I say that at the end of every stream, that it's not really a catchphrase. So why I say it and who I say it to, being, you guys, and who you guys are, or at least what I went into the, hey, I want to create a space for these types of people, or, people who may need this type of thing. And I kind of broke out like the 3 groups of people that I was thinking about. 3, you are also a great teacher. That is very true. No, you can explain stuff. You are very knowledgeable. Share with the class. The pizza? Yes, you work at a pizza place. Very awesome. So how's the Kraken? I enjoy the Kraken. The Kraken is not, it's not, what's a good way to word it? It's like, there's nothing overexposed with the Kraken. Like, it doesn't have like so good a handle bias that it rollovers, absurdly well and is just hyper fun to roll over on, like the glider. It doesn't have like an extreme neutral, almost blade bias balance that would make fans exceptionally exciting and fun to do on the thing, like the Stitch does. But it has a weight distribution that allows for a fan. It has a weight distribution that allows for rollovers. It has a weight distribution that allows for twirls and aerials. And I mean, the feel in the hand is great, and it does absolutely everything that you throw at it. So I absolutely love the Kraken. And when I went through my updated order of Bali preferences, oh, I'm sorry, 3. I didn't. I meant no implications whatsoever. I threw out a hypothetical that my brain had walked through as a hypothetical. It had nothing to do with you. No, you are all good. Yeah, I totally dig the Kraken, and when I reordered my my lineup of Balis that I had been sent from Ethan to try, Kraken was number 1. I enjoy flipping that more than I enjoy flipping any of the other things that Ethan had sent, because it does everything. Because when you find something, it seems to me like when you find something that does something exceptionally well, it's at the disadvantage of something else. It's always going to be a trade-off. In the case of the Stitch, I think in the case of the Stitch, maybe not. The trade-off is different in the case of the Stitch, because it's just the feel in the hand issue that I have with it. But in the case of the glider, the extreme handle bias nature of the glider makes rollover based tricks absolutely fun and enjoyable to flip. But the disadvantage of that is what makes the glider so handle bias and rollover friendly takes all of the fun out of being able to do fans, because it's so handle bias, you can't fan very well. except for those like forced fans like I just did, where you're literally, manipulating the entire thing yourself into a fan, but you can't just kind of throw out a fan and have it go for hours. But with the Kraken, it's like, because it doesn't make any sacrifices for the betterment of any one particular area. It generally is exceptional in all areas of flipping that I have in my bag of tricks anyways. So I really enjoy the Kraken. It is definitely, it is definitely a Bali that once I do send everything back, it is going to be replaced in my collection with a Kraken of my own choosing and design and specifications. So I am completely sold on the Kraken, and will be getting one myself after all of these go back. Okay, I'm checking my DMs right now. That is a sick clip. Very cool. Okay. Isn't that white gold Kraken? Yes. I just came back, LOL, so I might have missed something. Oh no, somebody just asked me, AMA came back, or AMA came to the show and asked for an update on what is my take on the Kraken, since I've been flipping it since Ethan had sent me his to play around with. So I was just giving a update on where I was at with Kraken. Okay, bye, Jax. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great end of the weekend, and hopefully you have a great week to come. Let's see. So yeah, I will definitely I will study that clip as far as ways to get into a palm fan, and see what of that I can slow down and kind of, or maybe ask you to send me a slow-mo of a certain portion of that clip once I start trying to work in how to get into more palm fans. All right. So just to give you guys fair warning, and I'm not saying this to cause a panic or anything like that, but to give you guys fair warning, we're not going to be having a super long stream today. It is probably going to be a relatively, I'm not going to say relatively short, we're already over an hour, but it's not going to be a 3-hour stream by any stretch of the imagination. It is Sunday, it's the end of the weekend. I have quite the week coming up that I'm going to need to do some stuff to prep for. So I just wanted to get that out there. So because the topic has been asked, I will talk blankets before we wrap up. So as far as blankets are concerned, my preference, like what I dig, the only thing in the blanket world, I mean, blankets aren't really an exciting topic to talk about, but the closest thing to an exciting development in the world of blankets that I can recall in my entire lifetime was when I learned about weighted blankets, and those started to become, you know, the thing. And so I have, you know, 2 weighted blankets, and really, really enjoy them. The only downside with weighted blankets is they are a pain to clean when they get dirty, because you can't just toss them in the washing machine with everything else. Because, you know, you already have to be careful with blankets because they're so heavy when they're wet. But with weights in them, they're even more heavy, and you don't want to burn out your washing machine motor or your dryer. Yeah, so instead of ending the stream because I don't have anything to talk about, the question is, hey, what do you guys want me to talk about? And 3 said, hey, let's talk blankets. Baseball talk, huh? What? What do you mean baseball talk? Was that not an Al Jokes reference? I don't understand. Yeah, so weighted blankets are pretty awesome. I love them. The only downside is, like, I can get overheated, so I don't, you know, I usually like am a back and forth with blankets. Sometimes I'll use them, sometimes I won't. And with weighted blankets, you know, if I'm going to overheat, I tend to overheat faster with a weighted blanket. That was not, wait, I do not have a weighted blanket, but it's, wait, I do have a weighted blanket, but it's way too small. Yeah, I have a smaller one that I can use on an armchair. And then I have a full-size one that can be used in the bed. And I really like the fact that, you know, we have the one that can be used on the bed, because it's very comforting to go to sleep under a weighted blanket, so long as you don't overheat. I think I did all of that backwards. Yeah, I did. Yep, I did. All right, so I have 5 or 6 blankets scattered around the house. The last, like, maybe week, I have been not walking around with blankets draped around me, but keeping blankets in my office close at hand to kind of drape over my shoulders because I have been getting cold. So I can appreciate having blankets at the ready for sure. Scylla says blanket king, right? Yeah, so blankets are good. Blankets are fun, very comforting things. Yeah, so there's the blanket talk. We got that. We got that knocked out. We got that out of the way. All right. Oops. Ring of shame. Ring of shame. All right. We seem to be having people drop off. Things seem to be getting pretty quiet. We are getting close to grass talk. We are getting close to the hour-and-a-half mark. As I said, I do have a lot of things to do today. I think what we're going to end up doing is starting to get things wrapped up for today's stream. But did want to make sure that that we give you guys an opportunity to get anything else out there, or if there's anything else that needs to be covered, that we get that covered. So just tossing it out there. We're going to start wrapping things up. Loki just came back. Welcome back, Matthew. Let's see. 3 said 2 on my bed, 1 on my beanbag, 1 on my floor, and or to flip over, and 1 at my computer. Nice. Yeah, I can definitely understand having blankets available on the ready, because because again, I've been getting very cold lately, just all the time. So having something to, wrap up and warm up with on the drop of a hat is nice. Semi-serious question: what are your opinions on different blade profiles? And then I wish I had that Kraken you have right now. Yeah, it's super fun to flip. So my opinion on blade profiles, I really like the look of the Tanto, both in trainer version and in live blade. So when I'm looking at my refaults, for example, where I have the Bowie and I have the Tanto, I prefer the look. Well, actually, in all honesty, with these two, I prefer the look of the Bowie. I do. But on the Squid, on the Kraken, I like the look of the Tanto over the Bowie personally. So yeah, I personally think Tanto is where it's at for me. That's where my preference is. Solely aesthetically appealing to me. I am not proficient with my flipping to be able to say that I like the balance of any particular blade shape over any other, just simply because I can't tell that difference. I'm not proficient enough with my flipping to be able to pick up those minute differences in weight, balance, and distribution and stuff like that. Certain Bowie and Tantos look better or worse. True, because like with the Stitch, this is a Weehawk, and I absolutely love the shape of that balisong, the blade. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I mean, every Bali is different. It's kind of like I always give people a hard time for your guys's, jokes at Ethan about, don't go bald, Ethan, and I always chime in with bald is beautiful. I haven't seen a blade design, so long as it's unique, that I don't like for some reason. While this is not my Tanto blade of choice, being what it is, I enjoy it. I like the look of it. I think it looks really sick. So yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. It's cool. Yeah, okay. So that takes us through everything. We're caught up in chat. I think we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna get a bite to eat and get some chores knocked out around the house. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day. End the week on a really solid note. Start next week out on a really solid note. Hopefully everybody has a great next week. We will see everybody next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next scheduled stream. For the time being, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.